Alright guys, welcome back to the Rocky Fern. My name is Luca and I have OI Type 4, and on today's Show Me the Green we got the Titan Alum, Amorphophallus titanum. How cool is this plant? This is such a cool plant. Okay, so many things going on with it, so many things. Okay, first off, it is the name. Amorphophallus means misshapen penis, so more power to you. And I think it has to do with the inflorescence, which we'll touch on in just a little bit. Then Titan, because it's huge. So the one leaf that it does produce can get up to 20 feet tall, if not taller, and have like a 15-foot spread. And that's right, one leaf. So this whole thing, even these 5 individuals, are all part of the same leaf. So unlike a normal tree or bush that have multiple leaves, this has one leaf and will only ever push out one leaf, and it's awesome. The flower is so cool. So it's not one flower, it's lots and lots and lots of flowers, and it is the largest unbranched inflorescence plant or inflorescence in the world that any plant produces. There is a branched inflorescence that's way bigger than that, that belongs to a certain palm tree, but like I said, those are branched. This is the single biggest unbranched inflorescence in the world. It can get up to 10 feet. And the other crazy part is it smells like a dead body. So to be honest, I'm low-key like freaking out when this thing does produce a flower or flowers in 8 to 10 years. What my neighbors are going to say or what I'm going to do, because it's going to stink like a dead body. But anyway, it produces a corm. Now corms are different than like a bulb. Corms are modified stem tissue that's used as a energy storage. And I ended up getting this plant from an Etsy seller off called Wild Pretty, and it was amazing, great quality. It came with a similar sized leaf that quickly dropped off due to shipping stress, I'm sure. But within 3 weeks, it had kicked out and produced a whole new leaf. So the thing is cranking out growth, and the corm was probably the size of a quarter, but I'm sure it's actually doubled in size. They can grow quite fast. Speaking of the corm, it is the largest known corm produced by a plant in the world. There was a specimen in Germany that produced a corm that was like 350 pounds. Huge. I mean, enormous. I could probably lift that, but don't try, Anyway, moving on. So it's kept in my aeroid mix. I do water it once a week. It is a semi-heavy feeder, so I typically water this with a diluted feed every feed. Maybe with every 4th feed, I'll just do pure water. And a lot of Amorphophallus, there's a huge enclave of them, by the way. There's so many members in that enclave, rather, of the Amorphophallus. But this is the titanum. This is a little bit easier to keep because it's less susceptible to rot. It can handle wetter soil better than other Amorphophallus. I do let it dry out, not completely or not for too long between waterings, and that once a week actually gives me that right amount of dryness that I'm looking for. And it's just been kicking butt. They do occur in a very small location. I think it's only found on Sumatra. In all of Indonesia, so it's unique in that sense, and they take a long time to produce flowers. So not only does it take about 10 years to produce its first flower, it can also take 10 years in between flowerings depending on conditions. So with reduced habitat and poaching and whatnot, there is a chance that the population can all of a sudden take a nosedive, and all we're left with is our genetic stock that's kept in captivity. So, but if I were you, and especially people living in Hawaii, Florida, California carnivores keeps the titanum, get them. They're amazing and they're so awesome to keep. They have this beautiful camouflage, this cryptic camouflage on the stem. That's has been theorized to be camouflage against maybe even Javan or Indonesian rhinos, which is so cool because this thing is very, juicy, and I could see myself as a herbivore eating this. But not this one. This is mine. So yeah, a beautiful plant. You can see the really nice green color, and when it produces a canopy of one leaf, which is so weird to think, that's 20 feet tall, somewhere in the yard, it's going to be so rewarding to keep. And then flowering, we'll see what happens when we get there. But if you want to follow along for more updates, please do so. If you like what you see, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'm going to be coming at you with all kinds of cool, crazy, rare houseplants and succulents. So we'll see you guys on the next adventure.